Hello people, my name is Ben, and this week's games are going to be the Donkey Kong Country Trilogy. I love these games. I mainly grew up with Donkey Kong Country 3, which is considered by most to be the worst. After playing the other two later on in life, I can sort of see why. I think it's still pretty damn good, but maybe not quite as good as the other two. But I just really want to play some Donkey Kong Country. That's really the main reason why I chose these, because it was going to be Murdered Soul Suspect. Then that turned out to be a fairly average game. It was okay, not amazing though. So I'm not going to force myself to play all the way through something I might not enjoy. We'll see. Because that's what it felt like at some parts with Watch Dogs, but for the most part, that felt fairly worth it. But with Donkey Kong Country, I know these games. These games are fantastic, and I know it's worth playing through because they're incredibly fun. Just high quality overall, and at some point, especially now that I've got the Wii U, I should be able to stream Wii games as well. So that could lead to me playing Donkey Kong Country Returns for one of the weeks later on, and also like Mario Galaxy and all those other things on Wii that I haven't actually played yet, because for some reason the Dolphin emulator, maybe they've patched it, I'm not sure, but it doesn't agree with XSplit at all. Like, it's really, really bad. It just slows down tremendously whenever I try to stream it. So that's a real shame, because the Dolphin emulator makes Wii games look a lot better. It's fantastic. But yeah, these games are still amazing even today. They still look pretty great. I love the sort of, I don't know what you'd call it actually. I forget what the actual name of it is, but the sort of 3D look that they went for with the character models, but they're actually just 2D sprites, I believe. It's really, really good. The amount of secrets, the soundtrack in particular is amazing, but they're also all really difficult. So yeah, if you want to come and see me fuck up in a lot of the levels, then feel free to do so, because that's going to happen quite a bit. Some of the levels, especially like the minecart levels, there's a spider level I know that is just horrible. Mainly in Donkey Kong Country 3 from what I can remember, and 2, not so much in 1. In 1, they only had like a few minecart levels that were kind of annoying, but for the most part, that game stayed kind of set in what it was doing. It didn't have too many gimmick levels, and that might sound like a really good thing or a really bad thing depending on who you are. I like either one. I think they're both styles, or not even just both styles, because the gimmick levels range tremendously. It's incredible just how many different types that they had in there, from like the parrot to the freaking rhino to the spider to the minecarts and various other things. It's really, really impressive what they were able to do. And they also have a shit ton of secrets. They have so many secrets, as you're just seeing in these clips here. I would hope, at least. Obviously, these are just like the first levels, so they don't have a huge amount, but they have way more than most platforms today. And then when Donkey Kong Country came back, they also had quite a lot of secrets, and I was really impressed with the fact that not only did they bring back the incredible soundtracks, obviously, just so good, but they also brought back the challenge and the secret, and that's like the main things that they could have screwed up, but they didn't. So good job for Nintendo on that. I'm also interested in playing Tropical Freeze at some point. I'm sure that's going to look beautiful on the Wii U. And yeah, those are the games for this week. On howlongtobeat.com it says 4 to 5 hours for each one, pretty much. We'll see how that goes. I'll be streaming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and possibly Sunday if need be. If I've already beaten them by then, I might stream Sunday anyway, just something else. And then for next week, I think I'll be taking a week off. I think either that, well, basically, I'll definitely be taking probably Monday to Wednesday off. Maybe not Wednesday, we'll have to see. And then when I come back, we might actually just do a stream of us all talking about what we thought of E3. For those of you who don't know, E3 is on next week, so that's why I was thinking of taking a week off. I might still beat a game next week, but it would probably have to be a shorter one, so I can decide on whatever that might be. Possibly something like Hotline Miami, or I don't know, anything else, Portal, whatever. And I'm thinking that we're probably going to have a stream where we just talk about what got announced at E3 and stuff, so that should be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see all the announcements. Now that all of the goddamn consoles are out, we can focus on the goddamn games, which is exactly what we all want to see, and it's exactly what I'm very excited to see. Yeah, again, still pretty disappointed that Nintendo don't have a full-on conference. I like what they've got planned for at least 4 reveals of games, 4 unannounced titles so far, so that's great. But the lack of a conference and the lack of Shigeru Miyamoto coming out and making me giddy like very small girl, just incredibly happy because I fucking love Shigeru Miyamoto. He is just so happy all the time. He's fantastic. But yeah, but we won't really see that. He'll be brought to us directly, and I don't think that's quite as good. Anyway, those are the games for this week. I hope to see you at the streams. Links in the description as always for the Twitches and the Twitters. So yeah, I'll see you guys then.